For mortgage advice tailored towards your individual needs, contact PGB Mortgages today. Let them guide you through your home buying journey. Contact details are in the description.
What's happening? So, the opinion you should follow should always be your own. Please consider this the opinion from a complete stranger online. Please be responsible when competing in the markets. So, David Adeleye and Filip Hrgovic are going to be fighting each other. And I watched the weigh-in, and you know, David Adeleye, I believe he's weighing in a career heaviest 240. And from my memory, I think Hrgovic came in 244, so he's lighter than previous fights. Oh, did I step on something there? No, I'm good. And so I really want to analyze, you know, as gamblers, how we can profit from this situation. So Filip Hrgovic, what we know about Filip Hrgovic is, you know, he's a sharpshooter. You know, he starts fast. He has respectable power. And he's very good with the right hand. Like, and when I say that, I don't mean like he's a one-punch knockout artist with the right hand, because he's not. But what I mean by that is he does seem to have a knack for finding the target with that right hand. And it's not only that, but also to add to that, he's good at varying the angle and the placement of the right hand. So you think, oh, he's just throwing a basic 1-2. Why does it keep connecting? And actually, when you watch it, he's varying it. Sometimes he'll come down with the right hand. Sometimes he'll come sideways with the right hand. Sometimes he'll throw it straight down the pipe. And there's actually not a lot of tell on the right hand either. So he's good with the right hand. He is good with the right hand. Look at when he fought Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois was getting hit with that right hand for fun. And if you haven't boxed before, it would look easy in the sense that, why can't he get out of the way of that? But listen, those who haven't boxed before, and I'm not saying it in an arrogant way, you know, I have boxed before, and most people who have boxed before will tell you it's harder than it looks. It's a lot harder than it looks. So when you're getting hit with the same or similar 1-2, or you're getting hit with the right hand, and it looks like it's easy to get out of the way of, sometimes it's not. But Daniel Dubois, he kept getting hit with the same right hand. You can't take too many of those. And then David Adeleye. So that's one of Hrgovic's strengths. David Adeleye, he seems to, I initially thought he didn't have too much power. But as he's got older and filled out, it does look like he's carrying some pop. I believe that his left hook seems to be the key punch for David Adeleye. You know, that left hook. But weaknesses of both guys here. Filip Hrgovic seems to go missing in the middle rounds. Filip Hrgovic, from what I can see, he starts fast. He has a habit of starting fast and fading. I said weaknesses of both sides, but I just want to touch on the strength of Hrgovic. Hrgovic seems to have a solid chin. You know, he was taking Zhili Zhang's punches. And I know he was officially down in that fight, but I think from my memory, that was back of the head. But he was taking he was taking Zhili Zhang's punches. Now, he was getting a little bit hurt in there. Let's not act like he was, you know, just brushing them off. But he was standing up to Zhili Zhang's power a lot better than, for example, Joe Joyce, who apparently had a granite chin. I think that myth has been squashed a little bit now. Or who else? Zhili Zhang taking out Deontay Wilder. You know, Deontay Wilder, people used to say he had a good chin. I don't think he ever had the best chin, but, you know, Filip Hrgovic was taking Zhang's power a lot better than Wilder, for example. So I think that Hrgovic has got a solid chin. I think he can take punishment quite well. And I think that, that kind of leads on to my point. If you're taking Zhang's power and going the full 12, I think there's a good chance that you're going to be taking Adeleye's power and going the full and being able to go the distance. So, Adeleye, his soul loss coming to Fabio Wardley, and really for me, when I saw Adeleye walking out into the ring, he was giving it a lot of, fight hype and trash talk. He was doing a lot of that. But when I saw him walking out into the ring walk against Fabio Wardley, I thought to myself, nah, he's going to lose. And listen, fires are warriors, but we're only human. To me, he looked a little nervous, and to me, I don't want to say he choked it, but his confidence in the build-up didn't match his face during the ring walk. That was the impression I got, to the point where when he was going for the ring walk, walking into the ring, I thought, nah, he's going to lose. And so, will that be the case again against Filip Hrgovic? I don't know. Now he's got the experience of a big occasion. I know it was a loss, but he has the experience of a big occasion. Maybe that will help him. But ultimately, I think that with the amateur schooling that Filip Hrgovic has, and the experience as a pro to go on top of it, that's as far as the experience department, it's all Filip Hrgovic. If I was managing David Adeleye, which I know I'm not, I'm just saying for what it's worth, I probably would have had a few fights in between this level, because Hrgovic, although not top 3 at the moment, he's got proven track record against someone like Zhili Zhang, proven track record against someone like Daniel Dubois. I know it was a loss, but he held his own. Proven track record against Joe Joyce. Filip Hrgovic is proven at a certain level as a pro and as an amateur. As an amateur, he fought a lot of names, including Joe Joyce, including Tony Yoka. This guy's fought at a high level. So when I look at the experience that Filip Hrgovic has versus David Adeleye, when I look at the fact that David Adelaye's been hurt before against Fabio Wardley, I also see David Adeleye getting outboxed against Jamie TKV until the stoppage, which was controversial. I'm thinking that Filip Hrgovic has 2 ways of winning this fight. He can win it on points using his amateur pedigree and skill, or he could win it by stoppage, by continuously landing that right hand, and eventually David Adeleye goes. For me, David Adeleye, he has power. I don't think it's Zhang power. It's not proven to be Zhang power, but he does have some power, respectable power at the very least. Look at him stopping Solomon Dakers. Look at him stopping TKV, although again controversial. So I think David Adeleye has a chance of winning this fight by stoppage. I think Hrgovic has a chance of winning this fight by points and stoppage. I don't envisage Adeleye winning this fight on points unless it's like a multiple knockdown situation. So the bet I think we should take as gamblers in our portfolio is Filip Hrgovic to win the fight outright, and then you hedge the play with the only way I see Adeleye winning, which is by stoppage. So that's Hrgovic to win the fight, hedged with David Adeleye by stoppage. Let me know what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I make a new video. If you appreciate my work and want to leave a donation, there's a link for that in the description. And with that, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one.